आप इंटरव्यू से बाहर आते हो एंड यू थिंक यार सब सही बोला था, फिर रिजेक्ट क्यों हुआ? द फैक्ट इज इंटरव्यूज डोंट फेल बिकॉज ऑफ रॉन्ग आंसर्स, दे फेल बिकॉज ऑफ रॉन्ग एक्शंस। छोटी छोटी बातें जो कोई बताता भी नहीं।
Hey friends, did you know that most interviewers decide whether to hire you in the first few minutes? That's sad but true. The rest of the interview usually just confirms that decision. Crazy, right? No wonder so many of us walk into interviews feeling stressed out. They want to see you at your best, but they also expect you to back up your answers with real examples. So when you prepare, keep the interviewer in mind. It changes how you frame your responses. Now, before we break down the interview stages, here's a formula that works throughout. The 3 C's of confidence, content, and community.
जैसे पहला कैंडिडेट आता है और बोलता है, सर माय वीकनेस इज आई वर्क टू हार्ड। इंटरव्यूअर के दिमाग में आवाज आती है, शुक्रिया मिस्टर सुपरमैन, तुम मेट्रोपोलिस बचा लो, ये जॉब हम इंसानों को दे दो। दूसरा कैंडिडेट बोलता है, सर आई एम अ परफेक्शनिस्ट, जबकि उसकी रेज्यूमे में भर भर के स्पेलिंग मिस्टेक्स होते हैं। इंटरव्यूअर सोचता है, भाई इंटरव्यू से पहले अपना रेज्यूमे एक बार रिव्यू कर लेते। तीसरा कैंडिडेट प्राउडली बोलता है, मेरे पास कोई वीकनेस नहीं है, आई एम परफेक्ट। अब इंटरव्यूअर कंफ्यूज होता है कि हम इंसान हायर कर रहे हैं या एक ऐसी मोबाइल अपडेट जो बग्स फ्री होने का क्लेम करता है।
Roger Federer wasn't born the elegant gentleman we all admired. He was fiery, angry, and used to get emotional whenever he lost points or match. He would smash rackets, shout at umpires, and even get thrown out. Once, his coach made him clean the toilets. Can you believe? Of his tennis academy as punishment for throwing a racket. Federer realized his biggest opponent wasn't across the net. It was within himself. When I was in school, Nestle had this wild idea. Give every kid a free sample of Maggi noodles. Free instant noodles in India. Except no one really knew what to do with it. Some people tried boiling it in plain water. Others added sugar to it. And a few brave ones just munched it raw like wafers. And when the first spoons hit our mouths, most of it went straight into the dustbin. No one liked it. Let me tell you a quick story. Abhimanyu had done his BTech from a top engineering college, worked in a software company, and then made his way into an IIM to do his MBA. Coming from a humble background, he had taken up an education loan, which he hoped to repay after he landed a job from his campus. But when it came to preparing for the job interviews, he was full of doubts. Honestly, that's something almost every candidate goes through.
Today, we are diving into something that is the first and the foremost part of the hiring process, your resume. A resume is the first document that a recruiter looks at for shortlisting you for the subsequent processes of aptitude test, group discussion, and personal interview. If there is any difference between making a resume versus building a resume. Making a resume is a quick process, and with tools and templates at your disposal today, you can do that in minutes. There are websites which can churn out the resume in a jiffy. However, building a resume is a time-taking process. There's a lot that goes into having a solid profile of skills, achievements, and experience. So start building it now.
In this video, I'll break down exactly how to crack your GD in campus placements. I'll take you through 5 important pointers on group discussions. Everyone today throws around the word GOAT, the greatest of all time. Messi is the GOAT, Taylor Swift is the GOAT, Dhoni is the GOAT. But what really makes someone the greatest? It's not fame, it's not even talent, it is the mindset. Today, I want to take you on a journey from Roger Federer's transformation to the story of 2 boys from Bombay, or Mumbai if you like it, who started together but ended up worlds apart. Yes,
I'm talking about Sachin Tendulkar and Vinod Kambli. Their stories hold the key to what I call the GOAT mindset.
Welcome to the rent generation, where freedom matters more than furniture and flexibility has become the new form of wealth. If you are born between the late 90s and early 2000s, you have grown up watching the old world crumble and a new one form. You have watched global markets rise and fall, startups appear and vanish, and whole careers become obsolete in a few years. So when someone tells you to take a 20-year home loan, your instinct whispers, why anchor myself when the world itself is moving? Let's face it, the math of owning things has changed. Why buy a car when you can rent one? Why own an apartment when you can live anywhere your Wi-Fi connects? Why collect books, CDs or DVDs where it all lives on your phone? Earlier generations celebrated ownership, but Gen Z celebrates access. You don't want to own the mountain, you just want the view.
Warren Buffett's name is shorthand for two things: extraordinary investment returns and the quiet, unflashy logic that produced them. For decades, business schools have dissected his annual letters, practitioners have tried to copy his heuristics, and entire books have attempted to translate his method into rules you can use. Yet, at the heart of Buffett's approach is not a secret formula or a complicated model. It's a set of disciplined, repeatable ideas about how to understand businesses, how to judge the people who run them, how to interpret financial facts, and how to decide what is and is not worth paying. Today, what I'm going to talk with you is a distillation of those ideas, drawn from Robert Hagstrom's The Warren Buffett Way. My aim is practical: to translate Buffett's thinking into clear principles that young professionals and management students can use, whether they plan to invest money, run teams, or make high-stakes decisions.
On a September morning in 2001, the world woke up to a shattering sound. When the Twin Towers fell in New York, they did not just bring down buildings, they brought down confidence. Airlines collapsed, stock markets froze, thousands of job offers were withdrawn overnight. Fresh MBA graduates who had dreamt of Wall Street suddenly found themselves back home, rewriting resumes instead of joining firms. That morning showed us something we had not realized before, that in a world so deeply connected, one event in one city could change lives everywhere. It was the first global reminder that opportunity and uncertainty travel together. For years, students and young professionals believed, if I study hard, work smart, and play fair, I'll find my place in the global economy. But lately, even that simple equation feels fragile. A war in Europe can freeze campus placements in India. A tariff in Washington can cost a job in Shenzhen. A drone strike can shake oil prices and sink offers across sectors. And in the middle of all this is a generation that is just starting out, bright, ambitious, and anxious, wondering how did the world get so unpredictable? Why am I telling you this story? Because this is not just about noodles. It's a masterclass in marketing. A story that every budding marketer, MBA student, and aspiring brand manager should know of how a struggling imported product built an emotional empire in one of the world's largest and toughest markets, that is India. So grab your cup of chai, or better yet, your bowl of Maggi, because we are diving into one of the most fascinating brand journeys ever.
बूझो तो जाने, एक ऐसा इंडियन ब्रांड बताओ जो हम रोज कंज्यूम करते हैं, सुबह टोस्ट पे लगाते हैं, सैंडविच में लगा देते हैं, पर सिर्फ खाते पीते ही नहीं बल्कि उसकी एडवर्टाइजिंग पे हंसते भी हैं, शेयर भी करते हैं, और कभी कभी तो उसका ओपिनियन सुन के पॉलिटिक्स और क्रिकेट के ओपिनियंस भी बनाते हैं. हाँ, वो छोटी सी पोल्का डॉट ड्रेस वाली लड़की जिसके हाथ में एक ब्रेड होता है, जिसकी आंखों में एक शरारत होती है, और जिसका एक छोटा सा पन पूरे भारत में हेडलाइन बना देता है. हम बात कर रहे हैं अमूल की.
Have you ever been in a conversation where you realized the other person wasn't really listening to you? They were just waiting for their turn to talk. We've all met that guy, and let's be honest, sometimes we are that guy. Whenever someone talks about improving communication skills, one infers that it is about improving speaking skills. We never talk about the other vital component of effective communication. Today, we are going to talk about something insanely underrated: listening skills. Not hearing, not waiting to reply,
but really listening. Nature gave us 2 ears and only 1 mouth for a reason. We are meant to listen twice as much as we talk. But somewhere along the way, we lost that art.